Hello, everyone. A little glitch in the beginning, but so happy to be with all of you. Today is 25th September, 9:02 p.m. IST, and I'm here to give you a very, very special mini training. I'm in a little bit of a different. I'm going to be talking about stuff that's a little different from what you're used to hearing me talk about, and we're going to and I hope you like it. Hope it's useful for you. And we're going to talk about a very special mini training that's connected to the East Coach certification program. And hopefully, this training is going to give you the massive value that you're looking for. Uh, Also, we've been so overwhelmed with the number of messages, the number of form submissions, and the numbers of calls that we are handling and talking to so many different people about their interest and their passion and why do they want to take up this whole East Coast certification program. And I've been hearing some very interesting stories. Like today, I heard this story about a woman who moved from um, from anger to guilt to acceptance to now she's trying to forgive. And that whole journey took her about that whole she went through all of that over 20 years, and then she feels that she got so many insights into that, and she wants to help people so that they don't have to take that long, or they don't have to go through all that pain that she went through with all the guilt and the anger and the suppressed emotions and all of that. And that's what she wants to help others with. Another beautiful story I heard about is a lady who's an occupational therapist, and she's been doing that, and she's gone through some stuff in her life, and also she's very, very intuitive about what people are going to say to her. Even before they say to her, she's able to understand what they're going to say to her, and it's almost like she feels their energy, and almost like she has some psychic abilities, and how she wants to use that empathy in serving others. And there's another beautiful woman in up there in the UK, and she's been volunteering on this countrywide helpline called Good Samaritans, and where she's trained and that's just completely volunteer work at her own time, where she's learning how to help people and listen to all the problems that they face and then give them some solutions. But she's feeling like, oh, I wish I could. What happens on the calling line is that people just come in, and and then they may not get the same person to help them again, so she may not see the same person again, she may not hear the same person again. Next time that person calls, they may get routed to a different volunteer. And so she's like, I really want to help people and take them stepwise from point A to point B. And while I like this volunteer work, but I really want to help them rise above their challenge, and in a spiritual way, yeah, with emotional awareness, spirituality, and personal excellence. And that's what she signed up for. So I am truly honored, and I'm truly excited to have such wonderful people joining in the coaching program, because it's just this whole energy of serving others that is so important. And it's so important that I also surround myself with such people, so that I learn from them and I also grow with them, seeing their inspiration and passion for serving others. So that's that. And today, we all have this passion of compassion. We all want to reach out to so many different people, in helping them and serving them. But it's also very important that we are very, very specific about how we are, you know, um, you know, talking about our services, right? Because we need to be very clear and very specific in how we're talking about our services and what area we serve it. So we've been talking about defining your niche, understanding your niche, defining your niche in the last few sessions that I did. And today I want to talk about something very, very special. Is to learn how to use the right words in presenting your services to people. And why are those right words important? Because when they see those words written down and they identify with what you have written down over there, they feel that yes, she understands me, and if she understands me, I really want to come to her, and I really want to get. And if she gets me, she really gets me, she understands me, so she's going to have a solution to my problem as well, right? So one of the first steps in reaching out to people with compassion, as a professional coach, is to really truly have a solid grip on what are the customer's pain points in your niche, whatever niche you have defined for yourself. What are the pain points that they face, and what are some of those things that they need help with, that they're struggling with, when they're in the deepest lows of lows, and whatever problem you're trying to solve, say you're a business coach, or you're an exec coach, or you're a relationship coach, or a youth coach, or a parenting coach, or a premarital coach, what are their fears? What is it that they're feeling when they're absolutely low and low and low, and how are you going to help them overcome that? That is what your statement is going to be. That is how you're going to market yourself, and that is how you're going to take it ahead. Because when you want to reach out to people, you have to be very specific in your language, so that they can connect with you, and so that you can truly be of service to them, and you can get the right people you're looking for, and you can be in service to them. So I believe someone's asking me for what the fee is. Rinki Jha, you could go to this link here, um, and I'm pasting it again in the chat. It's also there on the screen. You could go here, bit.ly is okay. Sorry, I have a wrong link. Okay, I'm gonna get this one out. Sorry, that's not the link you want to go to. It's Ease Coach. Okay, Ease Coach, and here you go. So fast action bonus expires when? Expires on September 26th, 11:59 p.m. IST. Okay, here is the right link. Sorry, I had the wrong link. I mean, Ease Academy and Ease Coach. So we're putting the comment out there for you, and also on the screen. So Rinki Jha, you could go on this link, and I'm just pasting the link alone here for you. You could just click and go here. Right. So if you go to that link, you'll see all the details about the fees, about when it's opening, all the details, and you can also check out my past, series that I've been talking about. So, are you ready for this mini training about understanding your customers' pain points and learning, making a note of them, and then using that in how you present yourself in your service to others? Because it's that language, that messaging is very, very important, so that they connect with you, and then your empathy and compassion can reach out to many more people, right? So let's have a look. And I have, as always, I have some slides, because it helps me stay focused and not go all over the place with my discussion, and it helps you also get a visual understanding of what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to get these slides up, and until then, if you need to grab a pen and paper, go do that. And of course, if you miss something, the video is going to be there recorded, and it's going to be there on my YouTube and Facebook and wherever else you're watching. Okay, so here we go. We start with showing the slides. Are you ready for me? And I'm ready for you. So yes, hi Vibha, Hare Krishna, Nilofarji, namaste to you as well. And good evening, Vibha. So let's start sharing the screen. Okay, so now again, as I'm telling you, you're going to see me do something a little different from what you're used to see me do. You used to see me do actual life coaching, when I'm on the program. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about how do you present yourself, and how do you explain to your customers, and how do you reach out to your customers or your clients, or all those people who you want to serve. How do you reach out to them? So this is a little bit of a different training, but it's an excellent training. I have learned from the best of the best. In this particular field, and I'm giving you like a succinct representation of the stuff that I've learned in reaching out to people, right? So here you go, and starting the slides. So the thing is, when you become a coach, and you're wanting to become a coach, or you're already a coach, the idea is, are you solving a customer's pain point, right? So we're not here to show off our knowledge, that I know so much stuff. That's not what's going to impress people and come to you after you become a coach, right? They're going to come to you if you solve their problem. They don't care what degree you have. They don't care what certification you have. They don't care. They just don't care whether you have Instagram followers or not. The point is, if you have the solution to their problem, and you're very clear in expressing that problem, that means they're like, wow, she really understands me. That means she knows what I'm struggling with, and she knows where I want to go. And she has the solutions. She's very clear in how she's explaining her solution. So I'm going to go to her, right? So today we're going to do this mini training of how do you understand your customers' pain points, and are you solving them? And whether you're a coach, or you're a sales executive somewhere, or you're a marketing executive, or you're dealing with your boss, or you're dealing with your subordinates, this training is going to help you. Because you're going to learn a lot about what happens to people, and how you can do things so that you can have a beautiful service relationship with them. All right. So let's go now. Now, why do you need to do that? Because it helps you get sharper in your messaging and it improves your relationship and relatability to your customer. Now, first thing you want to draw upon is what have you learned from your experience? What are the pain points they're facing in your niche, right? So, say if you decided to be an online business coach, right? You want to help people make business easy. What are the pain points they face, right? What are they coming to you? And you're already doing some stuff. So you're like, okay, I already know the struggles. They struggle with SEO, they struggle with overwhelm, they don't know how to post the videos, they don't know how to share the videos, they don't know how to do, write their landing page for their site, they don't know what copywriting is, they don't know what tools to use, they don't know what softwares to use, they don't know what email management software they could use, what campaign management software they could use, and they don't know how to tie everything together, and they're just getting overwhelmed, and all the training online is telling them they need to have 10,000 Facebook followers, and they need to do Facebook ads, and they need to do this, and they need to do that, and then it's like so overwhelming for them, right? So there's one thing is one of the pain points is confusion and overwhelm, which you're familiar with. Now, say if you're becoming an anxiety coach, or you're already a coach who's helping people with their emotions, now you would know that, okay, what do they tell you when they reach out to you? Like, I'm feeling anxious, I'm unable to think, I'm just feeling so scared that I'm so anxious and I won't be able to function in my life and I don't know what I'm going to do, right? Maybe that's what they're telling you. Or another thing is like when they reach out to you but they say nothing, they're just so frozen, they say absolutely nothing. That means they're just so full of fear, so full of anxiety that they're just completely disconnected from themselves and having an out of body experience of sorts. So what have you learned from your experience in serving your niche? What are the pain points that they say? What are the things, what are the words they use? What happens to them in that moment, right? So the first thing you're going to do is to draw from your own experience of what you have seen, what you have observed, what people have told you, the words they use, and things like that, right? So that's the first number one thing that you do in when you're defining, how are you going to reach out to your niche, right? You've defined your niche, but now you're going to decide how am I going to reach out to my niche, right? So they need to know that I understand them. So what is it? What happens to them when they're feeling that? Let me write that down. That is based on what you have heard from them. The second thing is, how do they feel in their lowest of low moments? Right? Say if someone's feeling so paralyzed with their whole online business thing and they don't know how to function, they don't know how to take the next step. You know, when they experience that shutdown, what are the thoughts that are going on in their head? Oh my God, I'll never be able to make it. I'll never know how to do this online business stuff. Oh my God, I'm going to lose money. Oh my God, maybe I'm in the wrong place and I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with my life. A lot of those thoughts are coming out. Feeling I'm a loser. I can't even figure this out. The entire world is ahead of me. They figured everything out. I feel lost. I feel overwhelmed. I feel scared about trying all these new things. I feel fearful about. I feel angry with myself. I am panicking. What happens to them in their lowest of low moments when they are facing that problem that you are a genius at solving, right? When they feel totally knocked down by their problem. So what are the thoughts? What are the feelings? What are the fears that go on in their mind? So you want to be able to write that down and make a note of that. And also, another way to look at it is what are some of those things that will stop happening? What are some of those terrible, difficult things that happen to them that will stop happening when they know you? They come to you and they come to your genius zone where you're able to help them. Once you help them, what are the things that are going to stop happening? They're going to stop feeling confused. They're going to stop feeling scared. They're going to stop feeling like they're lost, and they're going to stop feeling like they need to they're going to stop thinking that they need to shut down their business, right? And even in anxiety, they're going to stop feeling anxious. They're going to stop feeling anxious about their anxiety. Another thing that happens to anxious people is when they start feeling like, oh, I'm going to start getting anxious, they get more anxious. They get anxious about their anxiety. They get fearful about their anxiety. So they're going to stop feeling that, right? So you want to write that down. One thing is based on your experience, but also based on what you learned or what you know. And when they tell you what is it that they feel in their lowest of low moments, when they're going totally crazy, when like, this picture, this man is having like an emotional shutdown, or this woman is, just going crazy. She's all over the place with whatever she's feeling. And that happens to all of us in each of those situations. Like say, if you're a coach for new parents, and then you're coaching them, and then the baby just cries in the night. right? And then the baby keeps crying and keeps crying and keeps crying, and you try everything, and like, oh, is he colicky? Oh, is he having a, is he hurt? Is something bitten him, or did he bite his own tongue, or is he hungry, or is he scared, or did he see a bad dream, or what's going on? And the more you try to figure it out, but the baby doesn't stop crying, and then you get even more and more anxious. And then what are the emotions that happen to those parents in those moments? Can you articulate them? Can you write them down? About the overwhelm they feel when they don't know what's happening to their baby, and they don't know what to do, and just managing their sleep and managing their jobs and managing their life. What is that overwhelm? What is that? That, oh my God, I'm shutting down and I don't know how to function anymore. Right. So what do they feel in their lowest of low moments is something you want to look at. And yeah, like example of an anxiety coach, right? So they can't function in their lowest of low moments. They lose confidence in themselves. They fear that they will remain in that situation. They become paralyzed. They have difficulty breathing. That's what's happening to them in their lowest of low moments. They're not able to think clearly, right? They're unable to connect with their own strengths. Everyone has strengths. Everyone has techniques and tactics that they can use, but they're having a shutdown, so they're not able to access their own strengths. And they feel like a victim, totally out of control, and they're probably having somersaults in their stomach, and they think of drinking some calming tea or something like that. They feel like they're going to puke. So all that is happening to them. So the more you list all of these things down, you get a clearer understanding of what problems you're trying to solve, and what are the customers' pain points, and then you're able to make a clearer plan of action of how you're going to solve them, right? So it helps in many ways, and you're going to see that. The next thing is that point number three you want to look at is what is the stuff that's blocking them in reaching out to their own selves and reaching out to their own strengths, right? What keeps them stuck, right, in that problem? What keeps an online business person remain stuck in that confusion and that overwhelm that I won't be able to ever figure out anything online, right? Is because they're scared, they don't know how to reach out for help, they don't know who to reach out for help. That's what's going to keep them stuck, right? What are some of the external forces that keep them in their negative moment? Their own thinking, or like, Google can be a great place to help you remain scared, because when you're scared, you're going to search more stuff around. I'm feeling scared, and what do I do about it? And you actually get a lot more about, oh, you need to be even more scared, right? So what's holding them back? Now, someone has an anxiety, their own mind is holding them back. Their mind is shutting down and telling them there's no way to come out of this, right? Or their situation, their external situation may be too difficult, and they don't. And the last thing is they don't have the tools, right? Or those similarly with the new parent, the external situation could be that the baby is sick and they're unable to diagnose what's happening to the baby, right? So that keeps them in that situation, or their own inexperience, or their lack of tools, or they themselves are so tired with going to work and coming back, etc. So even if it's a simple problem, they're not able to see how to solve it, right? So then you want to note down what are the things that block them from doing something about it. So what have you done? What do you know from your own experience about what are the pain points of your niche? What is it? How do they feel? What are the thoughts, feelings, and fears that happen to them when they're in their lowest of low moments, right? And then I think this is an example for that. And then what are the external blockers that are there that keeps them stuck in that negative place, right? So you're in your coaching, you're going to address the pain points. You're going to help talk about what happens to them when they're feeling lowest of low, and you're going to tell them, I'm going to help you because I have a program that's designed around this, and you're going to be able to overcome that. I'm going to serve you in doing that. And then I know you have these external blockers, and they'll be like, wow, she really understands me. And I know you have these external blockers, and this is how you work on them. And I'm going to give you tools to overcome these external blockers. And they're like, wow, she really knows, she knows what's happening to me. She's speaking my language, right? And then the last, some of those, okay, let's talk about this, right? Now, how do you fine tune? So you've got all of this stuff. Now you want to make a program around this, right? You want to make a program that serves people, that reaches out to people, because that's what you've decided. I'm coming to the East Coast certification program, and I want to make this fantastic program that really solves those customer pain points. They don't face those lowest of the low moments again, and I'm going to be able to help them from my genius zone and my experience and from my coaching certification to help them overcome that. But you want to fine tune your understanding further, and this is a tip I learned from Stu McLaren in one of the trainings I attended with him on memberships and understanding customers and things like that. And I actually saw him do it live, and I'm just going to do the same thing for you. So you also want to check out Amazon reviews of books that are in your niche. So if you're a new parent coach, search for books that help new parents. If you're an anxiety coach, look for books that are on anxiety. If you are a business coach, look for books on business. If you're looking for online business help, look for books on that, right? And then look at what the reviews are saying of that book. Now, you're not so interested on knowing whether that book is successful or not, and definitely if it is successful you should read it too to enhance your knowledge base. But what you're seriously looking for, and we'll do that exercise live right now, is what pain points of these customers did that book solve. So you get an even more clearer idea, and you get the words that those people are using, that your niche is using. Like, oh, I had this pain point, because so far you've been putting down your words, but now you want to know what words people use when they're feeling down and out, when they're feeling lost, when they're feeling this, when they're feeling that. So you can get those pain points from there. You could also look at Facebook groups. You could also look at Quora. You could look at Reddit, and you could look at threads, and you'll learn a lot about that niche that you're trying to solve, the problems that you're trying to solve, the pain points, the difficulties, and also what is it that people are looking for. So if they're buying that book, they were looking for something. So in that review, you're able to see and understand if what they were looking for was satisfied by that book. So they clearly write down, I was looking for this and I got this and I'm so blessed, right? Or what is it that they're not looking for? And you gave them in that book, but it's not what they're looking for, and therefore they give you a negative review. And even when you go on Quora, say if you look for anxiety, you'll look at, okay, how do you feel when you're feeling anxious, right? You look at so many comments about what people write down over there. Or when you go on Reddit, people are describing stuff, right? Or other social medias, other Facebook groups, etc. So far you have done the exercise on your own, but now you're reaching out and you're looking at what's the buzz in the community, and what are the words people using to describe their struggles. And also you also understand and enhance your understanding of the customer pain points so much. So what you need to do is, you already made your list, and then you want to go to these places and keep adding on to your list. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and I'm going to switch over to some of the browser windows I have open to show you stuff that you could do. But I just want to check in. You're all doing okay, and we're good so far. So far so good. Yeah, you could check out Pinterest as well. That's a good idea. Travel Monks is here, and so is Shivanshu Dubey and Geeta from the Middle East. So here we go. So let's look at. Sorry, where's my screen? Okay, I'm going to share some of that here, and let's look at that. Okay, I'm just opening a Chrome tab, which is ready. No, maybe I should open a window. Maybe not. Okay, let me do entire screen. So that it's easier. Now I'm gonna share this, and I believe that's what you're looking at. Yes. Okay. So now this is something I have on Reddit on anxiety, right? And now this is just a post on anxiety, and I did this random search just before this program, like around 8:45. I just went around and I just got some of these things up here, right? Now this person is talking about anxiety, and that's like the board I'm on. And here we go, right? So look at this. Now what is she saying? I never knew I had anxiety until I started having uncontrollable panic attacks. I wasn't an anxious person. I didn't worry, but now the whole thing just came out of the blue. So sometimes they get surprised. But now I have developed a serious anxiety problem about my anxiety. So, this is something are you anxious about your anxiety? That's something you can note down. Right, so let's just have Notepad open here so we could collect some of these things, these beautiful jewels that people are talking about. And this just helps you understand your customer better, right? I get scared when I have early symptoms of an impending attack. Like, just copy this whole thing, right? And like, this is beautiful what she's written down, the way she's explained herself, right? So we're just copying this whole thing down here. Now let's look at what else she writes, or he writes. Taniwa, I'm assuming it's a woman. Now I behave like a nervous, anxious warrior, and I'm always trying to protect myself and avoid situations or tasks that are likely to start something. And she has anxiety, or she has anxiety about anxiety, right? So look at, this is what anxious people face. They're always looking to protect. So you could, your all reaching out is like, okay, if you come to me, I'm going to help you stop feeling anxious about your anxiety. You have to stop getting tired by trying to protect yourself from, avoiding situations or tasks that are likely to start something. So you got to stop. You don't have to think about all of those things. You don't have to avoid any of those things, because you're going to overcome your anxiety. So that's the relief I'm going to give you when you come to me, and your program better give that relief to them. This is not just about saying something. All this helps you define and shape your niche. This helps you define and shape your program. And while you may get all of this right, your program needs to be superlative. It needs to be like, it needs to go above and beyond what they were looking for and what you promised them. So you have to be super good at your work. And you do that by learning and being super caring and deeply empathic for what people are caring for, right? Now, look at this. And I'm trying to, like, here, I can totally feel the fear of having anxiety of cells. I feel this pressure to have it go away. So like they get anxious, and then they get anxious about the anxiety, right? And because I don't, so when they are anxious, I don't say things or do anything rationally. I'm afraid of walking to the grocery store. Imagine, something as basic as going and getting a grocery is so hard for them. So you got some more points over here, right? Now, look at some more stuff that they have. Let's look at here. Like I felt doomed, so that's what they feel. And I feel this no way, no matter what. And she explained that, so I just keep feeling that way. I feel doomed, right? So let's just paste it here. And she tells me to remember that when I'm scared and anxious or worried, that is a symptom of the inner unthreatening self. But the point is, you can say whatever you want, therapist, but I really did have to take control of my thinking process. So the thing is, this is what helped him. Look at this, right? So when he understood this is what helped him. Just remember that your whole life is, so he took control of his life. He understood that when he's scared and anxious, that's just a symptom, that's just a fear, that's his inauthentic self, right? And and some more stuff like that, right? And making mountains of I make mountains of molehills when I have anxiety. Like people wake up at 3 a.m. and feel the rush, and I have to tell myself that calm down, it's okay, and it's going to be okay, right? So this is what they're going through when they're feeling that, like completely down and out with that problem that they're facing, right? And anxiety is pretty much the fear of death or whatever they think, So they feel like it's almost like the fear of death, and so much more. There's so much more. There's so much more, and there's so much more you can keep finding out, right? So far, so good. Now these are some of the books I got that have, I just searched for anxiety books on Amazon, and these are some of the books I got. This one has 900, has a 4.5 star rating. Another book here has, and this has a good rating too. So I got 4.5 star rating, and so many more. Now let's just look at the first one. You go to the customer reviews, and you start checking these out, right? So this is all the stuff that he starts with, highlighting the importance of identifying anxiety, right? And anyway, this one is, now what did he like? He liked that the book is systematic. I don't know if you can read. Okay, now you can. Let's look at this. Let's look at something that has more stuff. Okay. Yeah. Now, why did this person like this book? Because Dr. Brewer did a great job of, now when you start looking at Amazon reviews, you're looking for, okay, why did people give this book a great review? Because it satisfied what they were looking for. They were looking for something and they got it, right? So now look at this. Now he does a beautiful job of combining the scientific underpinnings of unwanted habit develops in an elegant and practical way. And if you're tired of following others, but you want to listen to your own experience more deeply, so why does this person like this book? Because the book is telling him that listen to your own experience, connect with your own experience, and heal yourself from that experience. And that's why this person likes this book, right? So you could just take this and make a note. And this is what people are looking for, and it helps you define your program. More stuff here. And this book is not a lead-in into buying an app. So there are other books which are about, hey, come on, I'm giving you this, but you buy my app and you'll learn more over there, right? And for 20 years, I've been desperate to find some resource to help my partner find a means to cope and manage her anxiety. Now, this book and app, I just have to find a means to interest her. Anyway, so it explains a way out of the anxiety habit loop. So if you suffer from a loved one suffering, then there's an anxiety habit loop that helps you overcome that. Right now, there's more stuff that you could copy about what people liked. But some of these look like paid reviews. Anyway, let's look at this one. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Right. There's more stuff here. Uh, so this book has a lot of prompts. This book has a lot of tips, and what really helps them is that I like the prompts and the distraction techniques, right? So there are some prompts and distraction techniques that are over here, and I like them. So I like those distraction techniques. So what this person liked is, this person liked the fact that I was given some tools that I could use in the moment to deal with my anxiety, right? And now what is it that some people didn't like, right? It was damaged. So basically the people are looking for quality. Now they don't like, some of these people don't like, it's cheesy and it's bad clip art, and the quality was bad. So a lot of reviews on that. Sorry, I got disconnected and I didn't even realize that. I just realized that when I changed the screen. So can you hear me now? Okay, I think you can. Sorry about that, and thank you for patiently waiting over here. Appreciate it very much. I think I was disconnected for about 9:33 to 9:35. Okay, so basically, okay, great. Until when did you see me? Did you see the Reddit stuff that I was showing you when I was making notes? Okay, okay, yes, good. You saw the Reddit stuff, and then did you see the Amazon stuff where we were looking at book reviews? So you could be looking at book reviews, and you could start figuring out. So we made some notes here, right? About, so basically what we're going to do is the last step in that process is where you go to Amazon book reviews, you go to Quora, you go to Reddit, you go to different Facebook forums and groups which are talking about that problem, which is a group for people for dealing with anxiety or dealing with online business overwhelm or dealing with new parenting, whatever is your niche that you want to solve problems with. And look at what people are saying over there. How are they expressing their pain points, and what are the different challenges they're facing, and keep making a note of that. I don't know if you all saw me. I just made this. Just hold on. Um, I just made this whole list of things, like live with all of you. That these are the things that we got from Quora. These are the things that that what was good about the books on anxiety, satisfied my stuff. There were nice prompts, but some people said the prompts needed too many other things I had to buy to make sure I could overcome my anxiety, and I don't have the patience for that. And this is how some people were feeling on Reddit that I was copying and pasting as I was doing the training with you about how I took control, or how I wasn't able to control, how I feel doomed, how I feel anxious about anxiety and things like that. So when you start doing all of this stuff, okay, okay, let me just cancel. I just close this thing. When you start looking at all of this stuff, you actually start getting a very holistic picture of what your clients are facing, what are the problems of your niche, what are their pain points, what is the language they're using, what is the stuff that is helping them by looking at the Amazon reviews or product reviews, and what is the stuff that's not helping them. And you get a fair idea of how you can shape your program. And after doing all of that, and if you have an excellent program, then being successful in your niche is a no-brainer. You don't need when people see that you know your stuff and you know how to take them from point A to point B, and you get them based on the language that you're using. And because you're using that language, you're also shaped your program based on those challenges. They're going to come to you, and you're going to be able to express your empathy and compassion and serve others in their journey of growth. So let's look at what does that moving from point A to point B look like. So I think we still have a few couple slides in this mini training. I need to go there, and let me see. So we have a window. Where's the window? Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Can you all see the thing slide? Okay, you can. And just try to. Okay, try to make it big. Okay, so you're going to look at these Amazon reviews, Facebook groups, and other social media comments and start making a note of that on what are the words people are using in describing their struggles, what is it that people want as a solution, what is it that people don't want, right? So you get that idea. And what is it that you're doing is you are in your genius zone, and you're not going to take just some topic out of the hat and start doing all of this, right? You're going to probably define your niche, and it's better you do based on you being, you having the knowledge and the understanding for that, and you having already done that aspect in your life. So if you've already overcome anxiety, you can be a great anxiety coach. If you have already solved the online business problem for yourself, you can help so many others do that. If you have been a new parent and you have been able to come out of it, help yourself be patient and calm successfully in that situation, and you've been starting serving your friends and family, etc., and you see I have that genius in that area, then that's what you're going to niche, and then you're going to do all of these things. Now, what is the point A to point B? Your point A, my anxious customer was anxious, restless, nervous, irritable, not performing at 100%, having 100 relationship problems, and where am I taking them? This is where they want to be. And that's, again, you're going to get those comments on Reddit and Quora and Amazon, and also in your own experience with people and your own experience with yourself, that I'm peaceful, and they can spot when they're feeling anxious and take charge of it instead of getting scared about their anxiety. They heal the causes of anxiety. They're in a calmer state. They're able to be productive, make amends. They're in control of themselves. They overcome their fears. They're anxiety free. They're sleeping better, right? So you're helping them go from point A to point B. So you're casting that vision for them that, hey, I understand your problem. I understand your pain points. I know you're here, and I can help you get here. This is the experience I have, and this is how I can do it. And that messaging, that language is very important, so that you can share your compassion and your empathy with so many others and serve them in their growth. And that hard work needs to be done as a coach as well. And like once you've defined this, you've understood the pain points, you've understood the problems people are facing, you've defined the A to where you're going to take them from A to B. Then all of that, those notes that you make with all this research that you do, it helps you define your one-on-one coaching practice. It helps you make your worksheets. It helps you, if you want to write a book, it helps you write your book based on those pain points. I'm not saying you copy the Amazon book. I'm just saying do the research to understand customer pain points. That's what we're focused on. We're not talking about copying and things like that here, and that's not something I support. And then your podcasts, could be defined coming from that. Your blogs, if you're a writer, could be coming from that. Or the way you speak to your people when they reach out to you as a client, that I want to sign up for your coaching services and things like that. All that language is going to come in place and going to be very helpful for you. So far we've talked about, I'm just doing a review of this quick mini training that you did today. What have you learned from your experience of that niche? What do you think are the pain points? How do those people feel in their lowest of low moments? When they're completely knocked out, they're completely paralyzed, they're completely frozen, and they don't know what to do. Next is, and I guess this is an example of an exercise I did. And now, what are the blockers that block people from doing something about it? Their own mind, people telling them you'll never recover, or them being surrounded by fearful content that nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to change. Okay. And sorry, my phone was ringing. Forgot to put it on airplane. Okay, here we go. And they don't have access to proper tools. And then we did a lot of this exercise on going and searching for reviews in Facebook groups and other social media comments and Quora and things like that. And then defining your genius zone. I help you move from point A to point B. And from that comes all your information, all the stuff, all the content that you want to build. And then you become very clear. So if someone reaches out to you, they're very clear. Okay, this is her niche. This is what she sells in. They're not confused because you're very clear about your messaging because you've done the homework. So this is what I had to share with you. I hope I'm not offline. No, I'm not. And thank you so much. A little bit different from what you're usually used to seeing me, the kind of content I pour out. I'm usually doing live coaching here. Today I'm doing live niche coaching. Like, or understanding your own customer. Well, like once you become a coach, I want you to be a successful coach. And so how do you become successful? And what are the things you need to do so that you can reach out to the people who are meant to receive the help from you? We're just instruments in the hands of God. And but we want to be a good instrument by having the proper skills, the confidence, and us having worked on ourselves and being successful. And also we want to understand our customers. We want to understand those people who we want to reach out to, speak their language, and truly shape our programs around their pain points and reach out to them. So this is what I had for you all today. And we're also doing, this is all me coming live as a part of creating awareness about the Ease Coach certification program. It's a coach certification program that is based on the methods I use in my coaching. And and I've created an entire online program for that. And so that people who want to become coaches and are looking for a unique program with a combination of Eastern wisdom and Western philosophy can sign up for the program and can become an East coach themselves. We've done some fine tuning in the program also over the last couple of days, where you could complete the program in 5 months also. So you could do it in like 5 months at a rapid pace if that's what you want to do, without compromising on the learning and the in-depth work that you need to do on yourself. So those of you who are looking to become coaches, the card is open since Thursday night, 11:59 p.m. IST, and we've had some very good signups. And card closes on Tuesday, September 28th, 11:59 p.m. And so it's then until then that you get a chance to enroll during this cycle. And also, if you're looking for a fast action bonus with me, that's a group coaching call with me as a part of the East Coast certification. Then those of you who sign up before Sunday night, tomorrow, 26th, September 26th, 11:59 p.m., you get that fast action bonus of actually having a good in-depth training on defining a niche. So this is where I have, and these are the things that you could do. So yes, we have Peace Lola, we have Divyesh, we have Vijaya Fosdar. Very happy to see you today. Happy to see you as well, Vijaya. And Divyesh is asking a question: what's the schedule for 5 months like? So the schedule is basically the schedule you define for yourself, because there are 3 parts to this, right? In how you're learning. One of them is there are 2 group coaching calls with me twice a month. So I mean, there's a group coaching call with me twice a month, and there are 2 calls in a month. And that's where you get a place to ask your questions and get coached live on becoming a coach. So those are live Zoom calls, interactive. It's not chat and me talking. It's all of us talking together. The second medium of instruction is the online courses. So it's all my videos of, I've created online courses that systematically come out to you. They're released to you every week. And this is an adult education program, and I understand you have a life. And I understand we've got things to do. We've got to take care of our responsibilities and things like that. So it's about a commitment of about maximum 2 hours a week. So you could do that part, the video part, the video courses part at your own pace. And uh, and you could do that at your own pace. And every week is when the new modules open up to you. So not everything opens up to you together because you're going to get overwhelmed. But every week, stepwise, the different modules open up to you, and you learn different stuff. And you do it at your own pace. And then you have the group coaching calls for asking questions. And also, if you have immediate questions that you need immediate answers for, we also have a Facebook group that's exclusively for those people who are doing this course. So you could ask questions over there. I'm super active on that group and also on the Ease Academy group. And I answer those questions and those coaches because we this is not the first time we're doing an enrollment. We've had one enrollment which was a very very soft, noise-free pre-launch that I did, but I still got a lot of people signing up at that time. So those people are almost finishing up the course. So you have experienced people on the course as well who join those group calls and who are also part of that Facebook group, and they themselves are now on the way to their certification. So they are also there to answer your questions. Students ahead of us, senior students, and I'm also there, and we are all learning together. So this is how the program works, Divyesh, and let's go from there. For those of you who are interested, the way this works is you could go to this page, get all the details, and for those of you who are ready to make the purchase, which I know a lot of you are and have been in touch with us, are making the purchase. And for those of you who are like, wow, I really like this program and I want to know more and I really want to sign up this time, then you could fill up the form there. So there is this, I'll show you there. Um, Divyesh, I am based everywhere. So you're asking me about my time zone. I keep traveling a lot. So, but I make sure that the time that calls are at times where people can attend. So there are two calls, and uh, the challenge is we have people from right from Australia to India to UK to US. It's difficult to find one common time zone for all. So there are going to be two calls, one in the morning and one in the evening, India time or US time. And so that if you miss one, you have the other one that you can back on. And some of the time zones can attend both. And some of those who miss it can attend the recording. So recordings are also available. And I just thought I'll show you some stuff here about my screen. Sorry, excuse me. So you get to see this. This is the website. This is the page, the link that I've been sharing. And you have this East Coast certification program for those of you who are ready to make the purchase, who have been like convinced that yes, this is the program I want to go. You could buy now. For those of you who want to join but would like to get their questions answered, could schedule a call with my team. And you could, when you hit schedule a call, it takes you to a form that you fill up, and then immediately you get a link to schedule a call. And my team takes care of that. So they schedule a call with you. You schedule a call according to your time that fits for you, and they get on a call with you and they answer your questions. And sometimes when I have time, I show up on those calls as well when I can. Because sometimes my team gets too overloaded with these things. So I just try to help out when I can. So here, this is the program. All the details are over here, and these are the coaching fundamentals. So you spend a lot of time on fundamentals where you're working on yourself. Initially, you're applying all those ease coaching fundamentals on yourself, and you're making all that inner growth and inner transformation. The next thing you do is you understand how to coach people. So you got the framework, you got this whole foundation, but now how do I use all these things in helping a person move from that point A to point B? So you get that whole coaching framework. How do I talk to them? How do I inspire them? How do I help them take responsibility? How do I help them heal their emotions? How do I help them identify their issues? And how do I help them identify their goals and the outcomes they're looking for? All of that is in the coaching framework. And then there are these group coaching calls. You also get the ease bonuses, which are guided meditations, which you could directly use for your clients. You get worksheets that I had to develop from scratch, which you don't have to develop from scratch when you're starting out your business. You can totally focus on serving your clients, and you could reuse all of these worksheets, rebrand them for yourself, and also talking scripts on how to coach your client. There's this whole certification process that you can see here, which is you write two essays, one a comprehensive self-inventory as to how have you applied the ease model on yourself and working on yourself. The second one is identifying your niche, and there are templates for both of these. And the third one is actual practice coaching hours that you do, and you submit reports on that, and we guide you on that. And then once you finish that, you get certified. So yeah, this is where it is. Fast action bonus expires September 26th, and that's the fee. You could buy in US dollars, you could buy in rupees. So this is it from me. Let me know if you'll have any questions. Oh, Nilofer G is, yes, Divyesh, you could pay in INR. So there is a link as I showed you over there. You could buy in USD or you could buy in INR. And for the INR, when you click there, you get the information of, you know, the bank, direct bank transfer, or you have an, or some people want to pay by credit card. So there's a credit card payment link as well. Yes, Nilofer G. Wonderful. That's a great question. I forgot to talk about that. So, does this course include to enhance the communication skill? Because that's the most important trait one needs to possess. Absolutely. So, in the coaching framework, you learn how to communicate, what to say when to your client, and how do you say, what words to use. You're actually getting those talking scripts that you could follow, right? And the reason behind those words and the reason behind why it's said to be like, why you say it the way you do, right? So that you're going to get it in the framework. I want you to be ready when you're stepping out. And then you're also getting a course module which is called as emotions and communication. So you're taking charge of your emotions and communication. So you want to be able to keep your emotions calm and controlled and healed and adapt, and you want to learn how to communicate. So there are different there are different pieces that you need to be able to communicate. What are you needing, what are you, and then how are you making those requests. And there are actual statements that you could just start learning how to practice and reuse those things. I learned that by reading from so many different places and working with so many different coaches on myself and counselors and spiritual mentors and so many things. So all of that is included as well. The best of the best is there. So yes, Nilofer G, you're right that that communication is a very, very important trait, and we all need to get better at it. And a lot of times, we are good communicators, but we have some inner inhibitions, some fears, and some other things that block us. So you're going to be working on those inner scripts as well, identifying and working on them as well. Yes. So thank you for including that. There is so much in that program that I forget about what all is there in the program, and so it's nice when there are these questions and I can explain what is there also. So yes, here we go, and thank you everyone for being there. Looking forward to continue serving you. I'll be running this tomorrow again. There is a surprise mini training. Um, and you will be learning a lot more stuff there. Sorry, I got a cold today and I've had a very, very hectic day full of meetings, so I haven't been able to also freshen myself up before showing up on this live call. Just been right from morning 9 o'clock on to now it's 9:54 nonstop. Okay, so I guess it's kind of showing a little bit. Divyesh is asking me a question. In one-on-one training, will there be mock exercises? Uh, I don't know what you mean by one-on-one training. I think what you're meaning is that the practice coaching sessions. I believe that's what you're asking about. So those practice coaching sessions, you would have already learned a lot in the coaching framework, and then once you've done all of that, learned and gone through those videos and audios and the exercises over there, then you actually go outside and start coaching people as a part of your certification process. It's not like I'm watching you coach those people. You are going to coach those people and fill up templates about how you coach them, how you applied the ease model, and how it helped them, and what are the things you think you could have done better, and what are the things that they could have done better, or you could have communicated better, or what are the things that you think you did well, right? So that is what we're going off. It's not like I am reviewing each of your practice coaching sessions. That's not how the training works. The training works that if you've gone through the modules really well and you've showed up and you've asked questions and you've done that work on yourself, then you could be doing practice coaching sessions outside. And the way you go and approach people is you tell them that I need these so many coaching hours as a part of my certification process. So would you be willing to be like, coached by me? And you don't charge for that service, but you tell them upfront that you're under training and you're looking to get that thing. And sometimes I've seen even the students amongst each other, they sign each other up as those practice coaching clients, and then they do those sessions with each other. So that happens as well. Right. Thank you. Okay. Yes, I need to take care of myself. I just sometimes the weather changes and it doesn't do very well for me, especially in Mumbai. I'm still not so used to the air and the weather. Still getting used to a lot of things here. So yes, thank you, Sagar. I need to take care of myself. I do have the morning off tomorrow, and then I'm again busy from 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, 3:30 is when I start again tomorrow. So I do have some time off, and I'm looking forward to getting some rest. Thank you. So, are there any further questions? Uh, Divyesh, also, I'd like to tell you that I've been doing lives for the last, few. I think I've done like 5 or 6 lives on this whole code certification process, on the East Code certification. So you could also be checking out those lives and seeing and making a very super informed decision. Yes, Ramya Chandrasekhar, thanks for all the information. It was a pleasure speaking with you this afternoon. And it was nice talking to you. Thank you. I learned so much from your inspiration, and I also shared a little bit of your story without permission right in the beginning. So I hope that was okay. Someone has a question. Is there any session for Vedas and Puranas as well? No, this is a life coaching program that is based on Eastern spirituality. So the core concepts of Eastern spirituality, but it's not a place where you're learning Vedas and Puranas. If you're looking to do that, then you should be looking for a course where you learn Vedas and Puranas. This course is focused on helping people develop themselves and achieve their goals. So we're basing it on the core principles of the Vedas, but it's not like we're teaching Vedas and teaching Puranas. There will be references here and there from different, scriptures, but we're not teaching the scriptures over here. So if you're looking for that, and there should be a different program for that. That's not my program. Yeah. Okay, Madhav Mittal is here as well. Nice to be with you, Madhav. You're also regular most of the time. Just looking at any more questions. Lorenzo Mattia, interesting. I recommend you start your own podcast. Let's connect if you're interested to know more. I'll be glad to help. Thank you, Lorenzo. If I need that help, and I will reach out to you. Thank you so much. Okay, peace, Lola, Divyesh, travel monks. I know I was disconnected. I'm sorry about that. I think we're good. So we're good to go. Rinki Jha had a question I believe I answered. And I look forward to showing up tomorrow. I'm just checking what the topic is tomorrow. I think I'm teaching, 3 steps to kickstart your coaching business. Because if you're becoming a coach, it's something you want to do it professionally. Because when you do it professionally is when you are also very, very conscientious in your service in what you're doing, and your clients also show up fully prepared. So while you can do all the pro bono work and the helping the community and serving the community work, and we must do that because that's our responsibility as citizens. But when you do your coaching work, there needs to be a professional aspect to it, and that's how you can sustain your own learning, your life also, because you want to keep learning as a coach, and you need to sustain those hours that you spend. You need to support those hours you spend in your learning also. So when you do it professionally, people also value your service more. They value the time you're spending with them. They are more respectful, and they also actually do the work that they're supposed to do when between sessions, and they are also they're invested in their own growth. Else what happens is, when you don't do it professionally, you're more invested in their growth, but they're not so invested in their own growth, and that's not a great place to be in, because it's a waste of time after some time, because there's no transformation happening, so you're like wasting your time. So therefore, do the pro bono work and do the service to the community work, and we all must do it and take that responsibility in sharing our skills with the world. But we also, if you want to do your coaching, then do it professionally. And tomorrow we're going to talk about at least the 3 things that you want to be taking care of to kickstart your coaching profession. So we'll see you there, and we'll go from there. Deepak Rai has a question. All your program in English? I do YouTube lives on Wednesdays, which are in Hindi, but all my professional work is in English. So my courses, my online courses, and everything is in English. Yes. Sagar Kumar Behera ji, ma'am, how I can join your life coach trait? Uh, I don't know if you, I don't know if I understand your question. So it could mean 2 things. One could mean how could you develop your life coaching traits, and the second one is how could you join the life coaching program. So how could you develop life coaching traits is by constantly working on yourself, by constantly working on your own inner development and getting better at whatever you're doing. and overcoming your own inner challenges, etc. That's how the deeper you go in yourself, the better you can help others in going deeper in themselves and overcoming whatever they need to overcome. Because the more you work on yourself, you develop empathy for the challenges you faced, and how you can help others. How you can join my life coaching program? Here is the link. It's on the screen, and you could join. You could go through all the program details over there, and 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 here it is again. So I hope we're good. Nice to be with all of you. Gone way over time. It's been 1 hour, but it was a pleasure to share this mini training with you about understanding your customers' pain points and the quick ways to do that. The recording is always going to be available at wherever you're watching this, and if you're watching it on Facebook, it's going to have the recording. YouTube is the best way to actually get all these recordings. So I look forward to continue meeting you live tomorrow on Monday and on Tuesday, and talk about all of these different things, and so that it can help you in your coaching business and whatever you're doing, and it will also help you make an informed decision before you join the program. I really want people to be super clear about everything that they need to know and they want to know before they join the program, because you're investing your time, you're investing your money, and you deserve the right to know everything that you need to know to make that decision. So thank you for your love, thank you for your trust, and thank you for being with me every day. I really appreciate it. Thank you.